length of, talking about our own personal journey and motivation. Natalie, tell me a little bit about a pivotal moment in your career that reinforced your passion for this field.
Ooh, a moment that comes to mind, I think a lot of people, especially if you were an educator in at the pandemic, that I think for me was a real pivotal moment. I kind of like what Shelby said, I've always loved children. I've loved working in the field. I volunteered in the field before 18, and as soon as I turned 18, I didn't look anywhere else. I've never thought about anywhere else. That was always the direction. And during COVID, I just lost that passion. I was a zombie going to work. I thought about for the first time in my life doing something else, and was looking up other things that I knew I wasn't going to be passionate about, but it had to be better than where I was. And the pivotal moment actually came from another random ECE, and that is what is so important about community and collaboration. Is the center was closing down, and I was asked to call other centers to find out what they were doing. So that was the task I was given, and I called a random center and just said, "Hey, are you guys deciding to close? What is your plan?" And I ended up having like an hour conversation with a random ECE who I don't even know her name at this point. And we somehow got into the conversation of me thinking about leaving the field. And she kind of just was able to bring me back to the reasoning as to why we do it. It was nice to hear someone who understood what I was feeling, who understood the exhaustion that comes with what we do. So I would say that was a pivotal moment for me. But the second pivotal moment for me would definitely be when I joined early on. So a lot of people see early childhood education as a very, very narrow road, and in some ways it is. But there is so much more to do. There's so many areas where our supports are needed. And I think joining the early on team really was a pivotal moment for me. And I feel like I found my area in education that was made for me. So I think that was my pivotal moment.